Well, welcome back to my channel, everybody. Chris Gault here, Healthy Living with Chris Gault. I'm also the author of My Journey to the Fountain of Youth. It's a book. You can get it on Amazon, and I'll leave in the description below how you can get it. But it's a book that has a lot of great tips on how to look and feel as young as possible as you age in life. And today I'm going to talk about the 3 main reasons someone turns vegan. So I'm not trying to say someone has to turn vegan. All I'm saying is, all I want people to know is what is the mindset of somebody who actually goes in that direction. What are the 3 main reasons why someone actually goes to a plant-based, all-vegan lifestyle? And I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you right now. And before I get into the 3 reasons, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and ring the bell notification. That way you'll be notified every time I put out a video. I do put out healthy living videos every Thursday, and then every Sunday I put out a vlog. Currently the vlog is my new vegan plant-based diet, which I started about 6 to 7 weeks ago. You can go and look at those. And that goes into more detail. The other ones, the healthy living, are all different topics. It just happens that this week I'm talking about veganism as well. So let's move on. All right, so the reason why I started on this journey, and a lot of people have moved on the same journey based on this, is for health reasons. And I know there's a lot of old knowledge out there that says that you have to eat animal protein products to get protein in, or complete protein, but that's actually been debunked. And the animals actually are middle ground for the protein that's in the plants to get to us. So what happens is the animals eat the protein, and they get it from the plants, and then we eat the animals, and we're getting the protein as a byproduct through the animal. And so you can get complete proteins through plants. So one of the main things I did is I watched a movie called The Game Changers. I recommend everyone watch that. And I'm going to talk at the end about some other movies that I think would be good, just to learn the mindset of someone who is vegan. It doesn't mean that anyone has to go in that direction. It's just good to have information on everything. And so I think you would enjoy those movies. But The Game Changers really was the first one for me that started me on this journey. It's all about elite athletes that that found that if they are on a plant-based diet, that they actually become stronger and better at their athletic performance. And you've got like that guy who's an Olympic athlete, weightlifter. You see the one guy who's flipping over the truck in that video behind me. You'll see it right there. He's the strongest man in the world. He is a vegan. So it shows you that you could be strong and have a lot of muscle and still not eat any animal products. And actually, if you notice, if you're looking at the credits, you'll notice that Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger are both executive producers along with James Cameron. And you could see that those guys obviously are very strong, and they are in fact vegan now. So a lot of athletes have gone that way. The Tennessee Titans have moved that way. A lot of the Tennessee Titans, a football team, and a lot of other people have moved that way. So just so you know, that there's a lot of people who've moved to a plant-based diet because of it helps them in their athletic performance and their overall health. That way, they reduce down their cholesterol and their inflammation in their bodies by not consuming animal products. That's the main reason why a lot of people do it. And obviously elite athletes, they're going to do their best to get their inflammation levels down, and they also want to be heart healthy and everything else. So that's why they've moved in that direction. So, oh yeah, this plant-based diet is just pumping me up. All right, so the next one is to be kind to the animals. And obviously these big farms aren't necessarily that kind to the animals. I've always tried in the past to at least eat free range, grass-fed animal products, because at least they're treated a little bit better in that environment. In the smaller farms, you know, they're treated a little better. I mean, I was even at a vineyard a while back, and they had chickens walking around. The owners, you know, were hugging the chickens and holding them, and then the chickens would walk around, lay an egg, and then they would take the egg. You know, obviously the chicken's living a pretty nice life in that situation, but that's like, you know, 1% of what goes on out there, and the other 99% of the animals are raised on these massive farms, and the animals aren't treated well at all. As you can see from some of the pictures here, they are cooped up in little cages, just like, you know, like a mother cow, let's say, has a fold. Let's say a young female cow has an okay life, I would say, on the farm until she gives birth, and they're waiting for her to give birth so that she can lactate and they can start milking her, and then they have to milk her her whole life in order to keep getting milk from her. They can't stop, or they would stop. They also separate the baby and the mother, and it's very traumatic to the baby and the mother. They cry, and you know, because they do have feelings just like dogs do. You know, they do have brains, but they're separated, and then the mother lives in a small little tiny box her whole life, being milked all the time, and the baby it gets used for veal or some other reason. You may gets recycled as the normal cycle of a farm. So obviously not a great life for the animals. They're cooped up. They get sick because it gets cooped up in these big farms, and because of that, they pump them full of antibiotics and steroids to keep them alive. So then, unfortunately, also for you, you know, you're getting a piece of meat that is actually sickly, has antibiotics and steroids in it, and the animal just leads a horrible life. So I'm not saying that anyone has to be vegan or anything like that, but I would say knowledge is powerful, and so you know, and I'm going to talk about some movies at the end of this, but you might want to take a look at some of them, because then you'll get the idea of why people feel this way. You'll have the knowledge of what happens, and then you can make decisions as to what you want to do. And I know people say, well, you know, I want to have a blind eye, but you know, it's never good to have a blind eye in the world, and it's always better to have knowledge of what's going on in the world. And so I would recommend everyone at least seeing some of these, so at least you know what's going on, and then you can make your decision as to what you want to do. But I'm not saying that everyone has to be vegan or anything like that, but because you know, you need to do what you want to do, obviously. But I just think having the knowledge is a good thing to have, and at least that way also, you know, you can understand why somebody is that way. Someone is vegan, you can understand them better if you look at the reasons why, which is why I'm talking here today.
That's the good little animal. That is the good little animal. You sure is.
So I have to be honest with you. The third reason, I didn't even realize this, to tell you the truth, until I started going down this rabbit hole of finding out what it's like to be in the plant-based vegan world, to tell you the truth, because I had no idea about this. But being vegan actually is better for the planet. It's cleaner for the planet. And the reason why is there are more greenhouse gases that are released from these massive farms, from the animals defecating and dying and getting sick and all that. There's more greenhouse gases from that than there is from all the automobiles in the world. So think about that. If we got to, and I'm not saying that we should do this, because I know it's a huge economic portion of the world's, you know, it's a big chunk of the world's economy. But if you got rid of all the animal products in the world, then the greenhouse gases that are out there would definitely drop like a rock, and climate change would be in a different position than it is right now. So people who tend to go vegan are also, they do it because they want to do something that's kind for the world and keep the world in better shape. Also, if you look at how much water is consumed by animals and food that's consumed by animals, you can actually feed the world's population if you got rid of animal products altogether. And if you use that food that they feed the animals and the water to feed the people, you can actually get rid of animal products altogether and do that. So, and again, I'm not saying that anyone has to be vegan or anything. All I'm saying is this is another reason why, or the third reason why, main reason why people go the route of plant-based or vegan. So obviously the three, it's better health, better for the animals, nicer for the animals, and also better for the environment. So you get 3 wins there if we go that way. But again, you need to do what you need to do, and I just wanted to just inform you as to why a vegan why they have the mindset. These are the 3 main reasons too. There might be other reasons out there why people turn this way, but these are the 3 main reasons why people.
Oh, it's such a beautiful world. It's such a beautiful, beautiful world.
All right, so here's some of the movies that I've seen that I would recommend everyone watching if you want to know a little bit more about the vegan lifestyle. The Game Changers is the number one that I like. That was the first one that I saw. Again, it's all about how you can increase your athletic performance, and because my channel is all about being healthy and healthy living, that was the reason why I kind of looked at that one first. In that one, obviously, I was just mentioning, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jackie Chan, James Cameron were the executive producers of that. What the Health, Joaquin Phoenix was one of the producers in that, and he was the one who won the Academy Award for the Joker, playing the Joker. But he didn't joke around in this one. And this talks a lot about how there are a lot of nonprofits out there that profess saying, like American Cancer Society and a few of the others, that profess, what they do is they say in their recipes that it's healthy to eat meat and meat products and all that. And when questioned, they found that the reason why they won't take it off there, because it's shown that meat actually does cause heart problems, so the American Heart Association, and like cancer, some of this stuff causes cancer. But the reason why they won't take it off the recipes is because they get a lot of huge donations from the farm industry, so they would be shooting themselves in their own foot if they did that. So anyway, it's a good movie to see. Cowspiracy just shows the impact of cattle on the environment, so that covers that third reason why people go vegan. So I think it's a good one to watch. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead is a pretty funny. It's kind of a humorous movie. And it's about this Australian guy who's pretty overweight, sick, and nearly dead. That's why the title comes. And he decides to go on a total juice fast for 60 days. And so the juicing is just vegetables and fruits. He actually buys a juicer. He puts it in his car and he drives across the United States, meeting people, telling them about what he does. And he's drinking the juice, and he's losing the weight, and he's getting healthier, and he's getting off all his medications. And then he also bumps into a 400-pound truck driver who eventually comes to him and asks for help, and he helps him out, and the truck driver ends up losing a ton of weight and becomes extremely healthy and gets off all his meds too. So it just shows that a plant-based diet is actually a very good thing, and the animal-based diet is not necessarily a healthy one. We all do know it causes high cholesterol and all that. And if you really want to drop your cholesterol, just go to plant-based and your cholesterol will drop like a rock, because I've already saw some of that in mine. I'm still waiting for my last blood test, but it's dropped like a rock. So forks and knives, obviously, talks about using forks for vegetables instead of knives to cut meat, and the benefits of that. And then Vegucated was kind of interesting too. It's in New York City, and they take these 3 people. This one lady does a study. She takes these 3 people. She teaches them how to be vegan. They go out. They take a 6-week challenge to be vegan, and it's just that a little bit of a reality type movie of them going through that. And I'm not sure if they'll all end up vegan at the end, but they at least learn again about what it's like to be a vegan lifestyle, what it's like to be a vegan, and why people choose to go that route, and they see the health benefits and they get that. But again, I'm not sure if they end up staying that way or not. I'll have to rewatch the movie, I guess. I forgot. But anyway, That's all I had for today. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel again. And I really hope that everyone stays safe out there. I know this coronavirus is dominating everything right now, and I really hope the best for everybody. And just stay safe out there, people. Listen to the social distancing guidelines. Do what you have to do. Stay safe. Be good out there, and I hope the very best for everyone, and I will see you in the next video. See ya. If you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button, and also please subscribe and click on the notification button to get all this great content that's coming up every week. Thank you.